In today's video, I'm going to name you guys the Toronto condo buildings with the best gyms across the city. On a weekly basis, I show tons of Toronto condo buildings across the city to my buyers, and I'm also visiting my friends and clients across the city as well. So by now, I would say I have a relatively great grasp of which buildings have great gyms, which buildings have great party rooms, and overall the conditions and qualities of most buildings. So I thought in today's video, we're gonna do exactly what I said up front. We're gonna list some of the Toronto condo buildings that, in my professional opinion, have some really good gyms. If you're a Toronto condo buyer or someone who's looking to rent in a Toronto condo building, whether it's in East Downtown, Downtown, Midtown, North York, West side of the city, then you definitely want to stay tuned and keep watching this video. But if you guys are new to the channel, hello everyone, this is Sam from SaberiSixRealEstate. On this channel, we like to do these exact types of videos: buyer advice, seller advice, market analysis, condo reviews, property tours, and so much more. So definitely feel free to subscribe and follow for more informative content. Furthermore, you can definitely find my contact information in the description box and on the screen as well for any buying, selling, or renting inquiries. Do what many others have, get in touch with me, book a call with me, and let's chat. Let's see how I can help you. But enough of all that self-promotion, let's get to the actual meat of the video, which is listing Toronto condo buildings from across the city that, in my experience and my opinion, have very good gyms. Now, a couple of key prefaces: this is not an exhaustive list. Inevitably, at the end of the video, during editing it, I'll be like, oh man, I forgot to add that condo building, or I forgot about this amenity. If I missed any, it's either intentional or simply I forgot. There might be a part 2 of this video coming in the near future. Secondly, keep this in mind. I am trying my best to name Toronto condo gyms that actually belong to Toronto condo buildings that I at least would give a 7 out of 10, if not higher. So these are gyms in buildings that I actually like. There's a lot of really good big gyms in Toronto condo buildings that are quite mediocre to garbage. So I am kind of shying away for the most part from listing condos that have really expansive and amazing gyms that might be in otherwise poor quality buildings. Anyways, let's start with the list. Starting in North York, as always we apparently do on this channel for some reason, this building keeps coming up, which is 25 Adra Grado Way. Longtime viewers of this channel are probably quite exhausted with me talking about this condo. Nonetheless, one of the things I've said in the past, and obviously it's going to hold true in this video, is 25 Adra Grado Way, the Steps building at Shepherd and Leslie, the one that looks like pyramids, by Tridel, one of the best Toronto condo buildings. One of the things I've said in the past is that its gym is quite impressive for North York condos. Now, there are other North York condos actually quite near this building that have impressive gyms as well, but they're nowhere near the quality of this building. And most Toronto condos in the North York area don't have gyms this large. A lot of cardio machines, an indoor pool and an outdoor pool on the terrace, all the basic weights. For its location, it's a very impressive gym and very quiet as well. People are always here to do business. Shifting from 25 Adra Grado Way in North York to downtown, a building I have brought up in the past, but in not so positive light. However, I will say the gym here is great, which is 25 the Esplanade. Now, a quick note here. My opinion on this building has somewhat changed. A lot of the things in the past that I've said were wrong with the building has either, tackled, and the issues on the street have kind of been remedied for the most part, although I will still contest that there are some of the issues I mentioned in the past still exist. But for the most part, they've been remedied, I would say. Nonetheless, though, it's not as new as 25 Adra Grado Way. However, the gym is really impressive. It has a really good panoramic view of the city. For an older building, quite an impressive gym. It has all the basic equipment once again, but what mostly stands out about this gym is the great city views that you can enjoy from the gym. Keeping on that theme of amazing views, we're gonna shift all the way to Toronto West by Mimico, by the water. Here we're talking about 165 Legion Road. Now, in size, this gym is probably the smallest of this list. The equipment, it has the basic equipment once again, but not as much as the gyms I've listed thus far and the gyms that I will probably list here on after. It does once again have everything you pretty much need, but it can get a little bit busy. It also does have a volleyball court, which is really nice. That can be converted for pickleball or maybe maybe even indoor soccer for very small games. But what's really impressive about this gym, once again, is that the cardio machines are oriented towards a great view of Lake Ontario and the downtown Toronto core. Amazing, amazing views from this gym. A little bit smaller in size. The building is decent, but this gym definitely stands out and you can enjoy amazing views of the water while you work out. Let's shift all the way back now to downtown Toronto, Central 1001 Bay on Bay Street. Now, 1001 Bay in a lot of ways was very ahead of its time when it was built. A lot of ways not even having to do with the gym that we're going to talk about, but when it comes down to the gym, 1001 Bay Street has a impressive amenity, especially once again when you consider the age of the building. We're talking about a basketball court, once again the weights, the cardio machines, and an indoor pool amongst a yoga room as well. Now, 1001 Bay is a little low on the machines, but luckily every time I've been there, it hasn't been that busy. It's actually surprisingly free and open. Swinging back to the west of the city, in Mimico once again, obviously we have to mention 2200 Lakeshore Boulevard, West Lake. Now, I've mentioned this building and its sister buildings, 2212 and 2212, I believe, in my Best Toronto Condo Buildings video. You can check that out. And also, obviously, have mentioned 25 Adra Grado Way in that video as well. But this gym is just impressive. I mean, it's almost too big for my liking, but obviously I'm not the buyer. Some buyers really prefer small boutique amenities, which this video is not for you. Other buyers like the expansive, enormous gyms, and this building has that expansive, enormous gym. It's almost too big. All the cardio machines, all the weights you can dream of course, has the pool as well. The only slight complaint that I will levy is, insofar as I'm aware, which I think I'm accurate in this, so correct me if I'm wrong, but the other buildings, the sister buildings of the West Lakes that are not 2200 Lakeshore Boulevard, have to access the building through either an inconvenient way in P1 or more conveniently during the summer and fall months, through the outdoors by the metro that is there, which is inconvenient in the winter months. So if you are in 2200 Lakeshore, you have direct access. In the other buildings, you have access as well, but it's a little bit more inconvenient. Nonetheless, I would confidently, amongst everyone else, I think this is popular consensus, rank this as one of the best Toronto condo gyms. Shifting into our older building a little bit further north, we're going to talk about 3 and 5 Rowntree. Now, 3 and 5 Rowntree, once again, have everything that all these condos have: the weights, the cardio machines, the pool, impressive gym, large size gym. And one thing this building has that only one other building on this list has, which is an outdoor tennis court. Of course, has to be booked, but anytime I've been there, especially in the summer months, I've seen people play tennis all the time. And besides the tennis courts, there's benches and walking areas in the greenery. It is a gated community in terms of these buildings. Now, of course, these buildings are a bit older, right? And their resale value is a bit more limited. And the general area can be considered by some a little bit more sketchy, although, you know me, ultimately it's Toronto. Like, Toronto, by worldwide standards, even by, you know, North American standards, is quite safe. Nonetheless, the buildings themselves have great amenities, including the tennis courts and the gym. And the elephant in the room, we already addressed what popular consensus is with regards to probably the best Toronto condo gym is 2200 Lakeshore. The only other condo building or facility that can actually rival the size of 2200 Lakeshore, and it probably is bigger, is the CityPlace Superclub in CityPlace at Harborview Estates. This is gigantic. We're talking about a huge basketball court. I mean, huge by the standards of a condo basketball court. We're talking about yet another tennis court, a couple of pools, bowling alley, once again, a weight room with plenty of machines, spit machines, free weight barbells, and so much more. Once again, by my taste, I mean, when I'm buying for myself, it's a little bit too much. But some people love this. Some people are very much so attracted to the magnificent scale of this gym. Now this gym primarily belongs to 3 Navy Wharf, 5 Mariner Terrace, and 35 Mariner Terrace, but I believe some other buildings such as 85 Queens Wharf perhaps have access to this gym, but I can be corrected on that. As I've said, I'm not the biggest fan of CityPlace condos. There's a couple that I've bought in. Those are the exceptions. For that video, the best Toronto condos in CityPlace, which is a short list in my opinion, feel free to check it out. Another building with an impressive gym is 1 Bloor St East by Great Golf. Now this gym, the actual weight and cardio room might be a little bit miniature, once again comparing to the other buildings on this list, although it is bigger than probably 165 Legion Road, but it gets a lot of style points. Its pool and hot tub are just so cool. Continuing, let's shift to downtown Toronto East and Regent Park. Probably the best gym in Regent Park is 34 Tubman, which is I think one building with 225 sumac. 34 Tubman / 225 sumac has a really impressive gym and is probably, in my professional opinion, the best gym so far, not including the new River Street condo. I haven't checked out the gym for the new River Street condo yet, but just for the condos that have been there by Daniels in the last 5 years, it's probably the best. And we've saved, in my professional opinion, the best for last. Now, when I say best for last, I'm talking about the weightlifters, those people who want to just swing the weights. We're talking about 155 Dalhousie. That's right. This gym in 155 Dalhousie is probably the most lifting friendly gym I can think of within the Toronto condo building, and has a lot of machines, a lot of weightlifting, bodybuilder weightlifting type of machines, even for strength training, a lot of machines. And if you are someone who's looking to get jacked or cut and you want to live downtown, this is a really, really good Toronto condo gym. Probably the best, once again, for purely weight training. Anyways, that is it for today's video. There's a lot of other gyms I can list: 488 University, 27 Bathurst, 1 Reen Drive / 3 Reen Drive. A lot more I can list, and I will in future videos. If you found this video informative or enjoyable, definitely subscribe. Or for any buying, selling, or renting inquiries, you know what to do. My link is in the description. Get in touch with me and we'll take it from there. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe and stay tuned. Thank you.